Before we get into this video, thank you to everyone who took the time to like, subscribe, and comment, which you should all do if you feel like it. It really helps motivate me to keep making these types of videos. But anyway, today we're going to be looking at this video that used to scare me to death as a kid. And it probably did the same to you, honestly. So supposedly this video was captured by a tourist in Glendalough, Ireland in 1978. The tourist was trying to film the Glendalough Monastery, which is a really famous spot because it's one of the most famous religious centuries in Europe. The remains include a round tower, numerous medieval stone churches, and a couple of crosses. Ireland has had problems with so-called witches before in the past. For instance, they basically had their own version of the Salem witch trials in Island McGee in 1977, which kind of sounds made up. But what occurred in this event was 8 women and 1 man were accused of demonically possessing and magically tormenting a young girl. So this girl took these people to trial, and luckily all that happened was the majority were sentenced to a year in jail and to do time in the public stocks. So I'm guessing it was a big misunderstanding from the girl. Maybe something really bad happened to her and the 9 people were the only people around and she just blamed them. Or she did something really embarrassing and they laughed at her, so she called them witches. And I know a lot of this sounds stupid, but you'd be surprised because a lot of people would call someone a witch because they just didn't like them at all. Europe is thought to have had up to 80,000 women put to death for so-called witchcraft, and in Ireland only 4 people were killed. So maybe they caught on to the whole thing quicker, but maybe they still were skeptical and just started jailing people for it. And when nothing crazy came from it, they were like, okay, so maybe they're not a witch. So this video supposedly shows 2 witches fighting on the side of a house and climbing it during the fight. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I would have thought witches would be flying around on brooms fighting or like casting spells. But no, these witches had a different idea. They went hand to hand in this shit. So let's look at this video on a deeper level. The filming is clearly not from the late 1970s because it's just too clear and focused. Another thing is, I'm pretty sure these witches would rather take this guy out than throw hands, but that might just be my opinion. I've also seen some people say this was a witch who kidnapped a girl and people were trying to get her back from her, which kind of makes more sense to me because one of them isn't really doing much and isn't even like climbing the wall at all. Just looks like they're trying to escape the grasp of the other woman. Okay, so let's get to the real answer. Give me a drum roll, please. The whole thing is fake, which of course it is. Like, come on, you believe someone's gonna record this in 1978? Hell no. The original video occurred on November 11th, 2019, entitled Darknet Chapelle by MBG Core, also known as Mark Arlen. The actual location of this video was in Morbihan region of France. So I'm sorry about all the explaining I did. I was just trying to build up a story for this, and if you go to one of the original posts, it tells you about it, so you can just go look at that. Anyway, the self-taught artist chose MBG Core for the words Motion Blaster Graphics. He started with After Effects and then started real 3D stuff in 2013 when he discovered Cinema 4D software. He has other videos on his YouTube channel, which I might link below, where you can just go look it up yourself. So to conclude this video, the witches aren't real and the whole thing is just animation added to a real scene, which is really cool, honestly, and probably took a lot of time. So please go give them props on creating this masterpiece that's got a lot of children and teens all over the world. And if you enjoyed my video, leave a like on the video and subscribe if you're feeling generous today. And leave a comment with something you'd want to share, maybe even a tip on something I could do to improve my videos. And or if you just want to talk, I reply back to everyone. So I'll see y'all next time.